Greetings, guys. It's Brandon from Brandon's Baseball Cards. Hope you're all doing well. I'm sitting at a cabin in the state park in Georgia, having a great weekend with my family for Easter. Wanted to put a video just kind of talking about, money in the hobby and, kind of confessing a few things about the hobby, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this confessional or whatever you want to call it. There are times where I've spent more money than I would care to admit on this hobby. Right? It can be a very expensive hobby. There's times where I've conducted trades with people, that it's chump change for the amount that I spend in chump change for some of you, right? But there's times where there have been, a lot of money at stake for me, relatively speaking, and it's sometimes it's easy to lose perspective. It's easy to try to, just not communicate necessarily how much you're spending, especially if you have a separate hobby budget or a separate account, which is what all my money comes out of a separate account for the hobby that's specifically set aside for that. But it's easy to try to just lose perspective sometimes and to just think, well, if my wife really knew how much I was spending, she probably would be like, wow, wow, that's a lot of money. Wow, that's a lot of money. And we don't really, in our house, we don't necessarily have to throw around dollar figures, assuming that what I'm buying is coming out of the hobby budget. But it's easy to just lose perspective, and to think that it's, but we need to move away from this type of thinking. It's important to communicate, about what you're buying and to not be secretive about what you're buying, and I have honestly tried to do better at that, and be candid with my wife, more candid than I've been in the past about stuff like that. But I know there are other collectors that can relate to this. So let me know your thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you. Hope you all have a great holiday weekend. Keep collecting vintage and open baseball, everybody. Take care of each other.